Good afternoon and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. Well, that is it. Celtic have been knocked off the top of the table tonight. The full-time results are in. And it's not great reading for Celtic, let's be honest, due to the fact that the game today finished 0-0. That's not the be-all and end-all of the story, though, because Celtic had 27 shots, 6 on target, 78% possession, 752 passes. The pass accuracy was 91% and 16 fouls, 2 yellow cards, offside twice and 7 corners, but still could not score a goal. It doesn't tell the full story, though, because Celtic hit the bar a couple of times. The Hibs keeper made some fantastic saves, it has to be said. He made some cracking saves, but Celtic just couldn't score. And it's points dropped. Say it as it is, it's 2 points drops. Oh. Celtic dropped points at home to Hibs. There's no other way to say it. You know, it is what it is. We dropped points at home to Hibs. Hibs, unbelievable. Playing 7-8 at the back. And Celtic couldn't find a way. Brendan Rodgers tried to change it as much as he could. But the players just... I'm waiting on Celtic TV coming back on to see the reaction from Brendan Rodgers. Let's just jump straight into the comment section and see what fans are saying after that, because for as good as Celtic were in the first half, we toiled in the second half. And changes, Baz, let me just say that one, where was that? Lanka says, Baz, 4 weeks ago this time, we got Hearts away to Tynecastle. If we keep playing like this, we could be 7 points. They could be 7 points in front of us. Yeah, they could, mate. They could. It was not good. Port Job Express says 752 passes, 600. No, that's not right, Port Job. It wasn't 700. It wasn't 600 backwards. There wasn't as many back passes today. I think that the team were a bit better than that. Dyson Mather should be launched. We need to get our act together for Thursday. Was it as bad as it looked? Listen, Braga will not play with 7 at the back. Hibs played today, the second half, with 6, 7 and 8 players in the box. Celtic inability was to get through that. Don Robertson was quick on his whistle today. The linesman gave offside for Kelechi's goal before the ball was played into him. Thinking, I'm not going to blame the referee for anything, mate, because Celtic weren't at their... I mean, they were. We weren't bad today. Let's get it straight. We weren't bad. We've been bad before. This wasn't to the level of the Rangers game bad. It was nowhere near that. The level of performance today by Celtic was actually quite good. Hibs came to Celtic today with an agenda to set everyone back and not even try. Why did he take Kelechi off? I don't know, says Gallagher 67. We played 4 minutes of stoppage time. It was shocking. Unlucky. I'm not too fussed. Says Ray Ray coming on from Vietnam. The Green Brigade started off a 12-minute silence in the game. Your silence is deafening with a banner. Your silence is deafening. They didn't do enough to motivate the team. And maybe the whole stadium didn't do enough to motivate the team. It's 2 points dropped. I wouldn't single anyone out. Let's read some of the comments on the final whistle. At absolute embarrassing performance. How many chances do you want? Sack Rodgers right now. Beating Hibs isn't for everyone. All Celtic fans against the board. Well, they weren't against the board today. They didn't help the team either. Well done. Don't think that didn't back the team, all you clowns. That is sick, that. That's getting reported. Report. Violence. There's no need for that. Somebody's put a picture of the manager with a noose, and I think that's very disrespectful, considering that the fans applauded a young girl that took her own life. That is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting by a Celtic fan. I'm just coming off that. It's just I can't believe that someone's actually put that on social media. Sorry, I'm absolutely disgusted in what I've just seen. Unbelievable. Doesn't matter what you think about Brendan Rodgers, but putting something like that on social media is just... I think it's been deleted or taken down. Yeah, it looks like it's been deleted or taken down. I can't even see what the guy's name is now. Rightly so, because that was disgusting. I'm just trying to see if I can find it. No, it's definitely been taken down. Anyway, send the board into the desert. Hoping you're enjoying your last season, Brendan. Garbage, players not good enough, manager hasn't got a clue, border wanks, pish. You can get the feeling for the Celtic fans, but really, were Celtic really that bad today? No, it's on Twitter. It looks as if it has been taken down because it's not letting me refresh the Twitter. Twitter's been quite good with that type of thing. But anyway, we move on. Some people shouldn't be allowed internet access. No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't be allowed internet access at all. It's absolutely disgusting behaviour. 26 shots, we had everyone bar a goal. We cannot break down lesser teams. We need to get this sorted, says William. Yeah, we do, William, and I think that it's not... It's an issue that Brendan and Celtic seem to... Every single team in Scotland knows to play this low block, and we struggle to get past it. Now, if a team's agenda is to come to Celtic Park and play 7-8 players in the box, how does any manager, all you FIFA managers out there, if you can come onto the chat and tell me how any manager breaks down 7 and 8 in the box. Martin O'Neill's team never had to do it. Gordon Strachan's team never had to do it. Neil Lennon's team never had to do it. Ronnie Dyler's team never had to do it. I'm going to say Brendan Rodgers' team first time around didn't have to deal with 8 players in the box. Ray's off to bed because he's it's late for him in Vietnam. Even Ange Postecoglou's team didn't have to have to play against 7-8 players in the box. It's a thing that's crept into Scottish football, and it's anti-football. Let's not call it the low block. It's anti-football, and it's teams playing for a draw. We need to, and you can try and pass the ball around at the back. You can try and entice the teams out, but if a team's set up to just sit with 7-8 players in the box, you have to start taking shots for the for outside. We're going to have to learn to do it. Yeah, we're going to have to do it. Ange's teams did. Square Sausage Mick, no, they never. There was no teams played with 8 at the back against Ange Postecoglou. None of them did. No one did. It's a thing that's came into the league since Ange's last year. But he never played. When he first came to Celtic, his first 2 seasons, teams weren't sitting with 8 at the back. They weren't sitting way in the back. But anyway, we're not arguing about it. Rubbish. You have a few mad players, you tell them go cause some trouble, then it has an effect on opponents, like we had with Bruni. I don't think that even Scott Brown, the Hibs players are sitting that far back. Scott Brown would be away out of position, away further up. But anyway, Rodgers' slow build encourages the low block. You know, it's true that there has to be a new game plan for other teams. Shite game, amateur. I don't have a short memory. There was no. When you look at the goals that Angie's team scored, they were on the break. Dyson down the wing, on the break. Do you know? It wasn't sitting. It was all on the break. So anyway, Bruni was a snail. Exactly, Bruni wouldn't get through it. Anyway, is there any point talking about the game because it was pure shite at the end of the day. Celtic sit at the table. We're sitting in 14 points. Hearts are sitting on 16 points because they won their game. I did say that Hearts would win their game. They were playing Falkirk. When you look at the scores in the SPFL today, some interesting score lines. Why is that not doing that? Why is that website slow? The SPFL website is the worst. The full-time results today is Celtic 0, Hibernian 0. Hibernian played for a draw all day long. They didn't even try and get over the halfway line. The closest to get over the halfway line was on the 83rd minute. Dundee United got beat by Kilmarnock 2-0 at home. Hearts won 3-0 against Falkirk. I did say that Hearts would score a good couple of goals today. St Mirren beat Dundee 1-0. And let's hope that Aberdeen can beat Motherwell later on tonight in around about 35 minutes time. And let's hope that Aberdeen can beat Motherwell so that it puts a certain team down to 12th position. Anyway, there's no really point in any talking about it. I'm going out for a meal tonight. I'm going to get back in a happy mode because it's a game of football and I need to get over it because I'm away to celebrate. Not the game. I'm away to forget about the game. I'm away to celebrate the missus' birthday. On that note, where do we really go for here? 20 years Celtic have never seen so many chances for Celtic not score at least 3 times. Yeah, but how many? We're just going around in circles now, aren't we? We had hit the post, hit the crossbar twice. Callum McGregor has 2 shots saved by the keeper. It's not as if we didn't have chances. Scratchy is better than Tierney. I would think so. Andy's team were built on pace. Yeah, they were that. Anyway, Lanky says, enjoy your night. Then I says, yeah, I'm going to do that. Going to go and get showered and shaved and shit and going to have a fantastic evening. I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. On that note, have an absolutely fantastic evening. Every single one of you Celtic fans all around the world. It's fucking shite, innit?